What's up, everybody? This is Pastor Matt here doing a review today on the Rustic Leatherworks rebind that I recently received. I want to tell you about this little company starting out in California. If you're looking for a good small business to maybe invest in for Christmas presents this year, this might be a great place to do it. Michael and Mallory are a young couple in California who sent me this to review as they launch their business. The business is going to be called Rustic Leatherworks. And Michael and Mallory are a young couple. They seem like amazing people to me. Michael just finished Bible college and he's looking to go on and get a graduate degree from RTS and go into ministry. His wife is an elementary school teacher. Now they're launching this business, and they sent this to me to review to help them launch their website. So I'm going to include all of the relevant links in the description of this video below. So you're going to want to go check them out, their Instagram page, their website, all of that is going to be available for you. So I want to thank them for sending this Bible to me for my review. This is the Reformation Study Bible, and they did this in terracotta colored goatskin, a great goatskin color, smooth black goatskin liner, pleated corners. It's got an acorn, golden acorn dye finish on the page edges, which we're going to look at in a moment. So basically, this is a pretty basic Bible that you can buy easily on Amazon, and they souped it up for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at it here. It comes wrapped in this nice Rustic Leatherworks wrapper, which we are going to take off so we can have a closer look at this Bible, and we're going to set this aside. First thing I want you to notice is the really cool color that they used for this goatskin. I really hope this shows up on video. So what I thought I'd do is compare it to a couple things here just for fun. This is my watch. This is like a British tan colored watch that I wear. Here's my belt and my shoes. I just thought this would be kind of fun to put this up here so you can get a little look at the color. This is not necessarily a brown. This has a little bit more reddish in it, but it's not quite orange either. And so I thought maybe what I'll do is I'll show a couple of other colors of Bibles. This is a red Bible here, and this is more of a deep maroon here. So it's kind of in that range, but this one would be a little bit more rust colored, I would think, than these two reddish Bibles. And if you're wondering if it's just straight up brown, this is my Bible that I use regularly, my heirloom wide margin edition. So it's obviously not brown either. Maybe this gives a good comparison of where this color range is. But this Bible is really, really super well done. The first thing you're going to notice about this is this incredible job of stitching the perimeter. This is some of the best perimeter stitching I think I've ever seen, possibly in my life. I'm trying to think of any other Bible that I have that has this perfect of perimeter stitching going around on the outside. And of course, this is goatskin. You'll notice that they did give it some ribs or some hubs right here on the outside. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hubs, 6 hubs there is right there. Look at this really cool design they have here. This is their Rustic Leatherworks insignia right here. It's 3 nails, of course, representing the nails of Christ on the cross. And I just think that's a really cool logo. It's elegant and understated, very cool looking. Here's their imprinting of their embossing for the label. It has Holy Bible and it has ESV. This ESV appears to be like an Arial bold type font, and this Holy Bible would be a little bit less bold. I'd call that maybe an Arial narrow. And those are just some, I don't know if those are the actual names of the fonts, but they definitely look like that's what it would approach. Amazing job here on the outside of the Bible. If we turn to the inside of the Bible, we're going to see some really great corners. I mean, these corners are fantastic. All of the cutting that they've done for the external cover is just absolutely perfect, and I cannot even find a flaw anywhere in the stitching. These corners are so perfect. In fact, it's really kind of puts my crossway to shame a little bit. This is my crossway that I use all the time, and these corners are good, but they're not great. And this is a premier crossway Bible right here. If I were to compare these corners with the ones that Michael and Mallory did, I would take the ones that Michael and Mallory did every day of the week and twice on Sundays. I mean, they're just really, really well executed. This Bible is, of course, edge-aligned, meaning that the cover and the liner are tabbed onto the block. You can see that work right here. And they've fitted this out with a very basic black end page to make it look completely professional. I mean, this is really good work here for a beginning outfitter as far as a Bible rebinder goes. Really encourage you to check out their website. They did some amazing work. Now, I want you to notice also the page coloration here. They've done some art gilting for me. This is a golden acorn color paper. This was completely white. This was a basic squared off text block that they took for me. And they took a rather mundane, rather pedestrian Bible, and they turned it into something that is highly premier. And I think that this page dyeing looks fantastic. Sometimes when people do page dyeing by themselves, you can kind of tell because the dye will kind of seep into the pages right here, but you can tell that these are super crisp lines. I don't see any smudging of that dye dripping into the pages, which happens when people try to do this on their own. They end up getting too much dye and kind of making a mess of the whole thing. So I don't want to give too much a review to the Bible itself. This is a Reformation study Bible. I've done videos on the Reformation study Bible before, so I don't want to necessarily accent too much the innards here, although I will say, just kind of off the cuff here, that the Reformation Study Bible is one of the best study Bibles that you can get, especially if you're into Reformed theology. And I will post a link to this particular study Bible in the description of this video, so you could grab one of these as well if you're interested in doing that. All right, so just a couple of critiques here, and then we'll wrap up. The ribbons are really well done. They're angle cut. The only thing I'd say that Michael and Mallory could do is they could finish these ribbons off either by very carefully burning the edges so they plastify. I don't know if that's a word, but I just made it up. And that'll prevent the ribbons from fraying. And the other thing you could do is use a little bit of nail polish remover, or no, not clear nail polish is what I'm trying to say, on there, and that'll prevent them from fraying as well. These, though they're angle cut very nicely, they're not finished, and so I would do that as well. And then one other thing that I just noticed, because I'm kind of into this kind of stuff, is that they did put the ribbons on the outside of the headband rather than removing the headband, tucking them in, and then putting the headband back on. So that's one little thing that they could do to perfect their work. Other than that, man, this Bible is absolutely crazy awesome. The color is great. The finish is amazing. The corners, the pleating, it's all expert. And again, the stitching is some of the best I've really honestly ever seen. So once again, we're talking about Rustic Leatherworks out of California, young couple. Look for this logo right here. Hope you can go check out their website or their Instagram page and maybe order yourself a rebind. I do think it's good that we have more high quality rebinders out there nowadays, because the ones that are so busy that it takes months and months to get your Bible rebound by some of these guys. They're awesome, but it's good to have more rebinders out there to keep Bibles moving, especially for those of you who have a greatly beloved Bible and you want it to be fixed up or repaired. All right, so thanks again for checking into this video. Lots of links for you in the description. Do love you lots, and we'll talk to you later.